proprietor, manager, owner, president, board of directors, TV color commentator, Hall of Famer, champion, world record holder, leader, father, and grandfather are all monikers linked with Joe Rineer. One of the largest presences in today's game, Joe has lent his support to the WNDA since its inception in 1983. From negotiating our event locations and hosting our events himself with his wife Kay and daughter Allison, to representing the WNDA and DPBA with the Proprietors Association, Joe has been an integral part in WNDA's success. Tonight, we honor him for his successes and thank him for his tireless efforts over many years to aid in making our organization a success. Each and every member of the WNDA thanks you, Joe. We appreciate your help and support more than you'll ever know. To introduce Joe, we welcome his daughter, Allison Rineer.
Okay, so I'm going to stand here in front of this amazing group of people because one day while I was working side by side with my father, he asked me if I would induct him into this WNDA Hall of Fame. So I spent a lot of time thinking about what I would say and how I would put it into words just how special he is. It's not quite possible, but I'm going to try. Sorry. I know him as a father, my dad, a man who never stops loving and giving and sacrificing. He is truly the most amazing pop that his grandchildren and now great-grandchild could have. He's my friend. He's never afraid to pull up a seat, listen to me, and tell me just what I need to know. I call that guy Joey. Any of you who have been around, I know that comes out every once in a while. This is also a friend that I finally got to meet this year. A couple of you might have been there for that. During league night, 3 pins. 3 pins. Gotcha. I'm going to take it. I'm going to run with that. He also became my boss, and in some ways I've become his. It's a new experience to call him and tell him when he's on the schedule so that he shows up to work on time. And somehow not write him up because he's going to play golf instead. It's okay. We forgive him. 41 years. We'll let him go. We'll let him go play golf. He's my business partner and the best I could ask for. He's the one who gives me opportunities and trusts me enough to let me fall before I get to the top. He's my bowling partner. He's also my rival. I don't think that there's many people that can say that their father has filled all of those roles in their life. I'm a pretty lucky lady. I thought about meritorious service and what this means, and I tried to figure out how to define it. And I've concluded that Joe Rineer is the definition of meritorious service. I could probably end it there, but I'm not going to, so we'll keep going. That would be too easy. Not a day goes by that he hasn't impacted someone's life and laid the groundwork for memories to be made. I learned that he has impacted so many customers every day, every moment that he's there. because they return and have a story about the one moment that they met him. That guy, that really nice guy that owns this place. Just after one time of meeting him. I hear from other bowlers, pro bowlers of all generations about the level of respect that they have for him. And there's usually a pretty good story that follows that. Some I don't want to hear. Most of them are pretty good though. He's never given anyone a reason to not respect him. And for that reason, he's one of the most respected people in bowling. It's been brought to my attention that even bowlers overseas know and respect him just from his commentating days. It's amazing, truly. His service to duckpin bowling has ranged on many levels, and I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do this. So I wasn't going to mention a lot of the things he did, but I'm going to go for it because I think he deserves it. He has been a proprietor at honoree Bowling now for 41st year, which is remarkable. Greenmount Bowl for 20 years. Former owner of Sykesville Lanes, 1974 to 77. Former owner of Stoney Bowling Center. Former owner of Walkersville. He formerly managed Greenway Bowl East and White Oak. He's been the president of every association you could ever think of, possibly ever. Ones that are still existing and ones that you've never heard of because they're all gone. He's been a member of the United States team in the World Cup matches in 1978. He was a member of the United States team in Quebec in 1979. As we know, he was the TV color commentator of the Duckpin Challenge show and the Duckpin Magic show, and is now back commentating with Duckpin TV. Thank goodness. He was inducted into the Baltimore Hall of Fame in November of 1996, the DPBA Hall of Fame in 2001, the NBC Hall of Fame in 2002. He's the winner of Lord Baltimore Open in 1973, 76, and 84, and a whole bunch of other wonderful things. Let's see, he was the former 8-game world record holder with 1248, and the former 10-game New England record holder of 1635. Okay, so I could talk about this guy for the rest of my life. I'll stop.
I got a bowling.
It all started when he was a paper boy and he saved his money so that he could bowl late night hot games in Baltimore City. That's right. He's always supported and continues to support the DPBA and the WNDA. He's available to share his experience and push for the best for the bowlers. And at the same time, he is a successful proprietor. I never realized how complicated that was until I've had to do it myself. There's a reason there aren't many who can fill both of those positions. He brings a knowledge of the sport that is unmet by anyone. He can watch someone take an approach, throw a ball, and in a few short words have an easy fix. He can hear a ball jam in the middle of a conversation 12 lanes away. Off he goes. He will crawl into the pit for hours to fix a machine and crawl out slower than he went in, but he never complains. You're not going to find this anywhere else. He's one of a kind. Dad, I was informed that a few years ago that you were nominated for the DPBA Lifetime Achievement Award, and that because you're a humble guy, you refused to accept that award. Guess what? You chose to go golfing instead of going to the meeting this year. You don't get to refuse. That's right. Good. We have a list of your lifetime achievements. I went over a few on paper, but undeniably, the most important achievements are the ones that we cannot put on paper. The experience you've provided to bowlers of all kinds, the wisdom that you share to everyone around, and the endless memories that you don't even know you created. I can't even talk about. Your humility, professionalism, respect, kindness, and passion are unmatched and irreplaceable. The honor is mine to be given this life as your daughter, and now to contribute to this game and lead an honorable path as you have. Try. As your daughter, trying to carry on the legacy that you and Mom have created, I know I will never fill those shoes. But I'm more proud of you and to be your daughter than you will ever know. It is absolutely my honor to present you as the newest member of the WNDA Hall of Fame for meritorious service, and also the DPBA Lifetime Achievement Award.
The first thing I should say is I wrote that speech. Okay. You know, I wouldn't be standing here right now. I don't know what to say. Mike, you gotta get to work. I got 3 beautiful daughters.
Working on it.
Honestly, if it weren't for my wife, Kay, I wouldn't be standing. She pushes me. She pushed me without me even knowing. She supported me. She helped me run both businesses, and actually she does the work that nobody sees, the paperwork that I carry from the bottom of the driveway and from the post office home and just drop it on the table. I really found out what she does about 3 years ago. We had a federal audit, and I thought, Joe's going to jail. And then I realized that she signed everything. I'm not going to jail. But we got through the audit. The lady, my accountant, said I'm going to put her in the hottest room in the place, and she won't take too long. But I mean, you have to be knowing that you were going to go through that to know how it feels. I'm like, for what? But her books and what she does for me, for my girls, is unbelievable. Okay? If I ask her to stand up, she may never speak to me again. But thank you. The ladies, the Wanda, whatever you call it, the WNDA, you better be careful. You have 3 men in your organization's Hall of Fame. They're 232 years old. What hair they have is gray. But our wisdom in the years is Mr. Turner, what's your name, the little guy? Ralph, my little friend Ralph, and myself now. So, and to believe that Frank Turner is the tallest man in the WNDA, right? That's really good. So, well look, I do have to bowl tomorrow, and I need some sleep. I probably won't be able to sleep because of you all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
can't go too far. You didn't get your Frank Turner Lifetime Achievement Award back. Something that DPBA gives out the ones that show dedication, over 20 years of service to the game, and it's a plaque that only very few have ever been able to hold, and something that you definitely deserve. And just for the record, I set it for 9:30, so he knows what time to check in tonight. Congratulations, Joe.
There's no way that I could ever do for this game what it's done for me. Thank you again.